Imagine a school that can feed its community, a farm built within a school. At Farm My School, we believe everyone deserves this kind of connection to purpose, to land, to healthy food systems, and to both people and planet. I'd love to share with you a story tonight of our pilot school, Colac Secondary College. We're very lucky to have Wayne Johannesson, the principal, here tonight from the college. We're also lucky to have our initial partner, Colac Community Health, represented by Penn. So back in 2022, we were introduced to Colac Secondary College by Colac Community Health, who said this would be a great school for you to work with. They'd received some seed funding for us to basically come into the school, engage with the school community, start talking with the students, engage with the teachers as well, and the broader community to see what a farm in their community could actually look like. So we started to meet a few of the students and a few of the teachers, and we had some really good ideas coming through. Very quickly, more and more as we started engaging with these students, we started connecting with these students. And I met a student very early on in the piece, back in 2022, and I'm going to call her Sarah today. So Sarah was your average student. She was doing reasonably well academically, but she had a lot of underlying things going on at home. She was from a very low socioeconomic background, a low-income family. She had struggled with her diet for a long time. She also was diagnosed with Tourette's syndrome, suffered from anxiety, depression, and she also had a classic case of nature deficit disorder, which is basically where students and people aren't spending enough time outside. A lot of other sort of things stem from this, but effectively she was a classic student. And this story could be about a number of students I've worked with previously and a lot of students at Colac Secondary College. I'm going to pause the story there, because after some considerable engagement with Colac Secondary College, we needed to build this farm. We had a soccer pitch, a pretty barren soccer pitch full of rabbit warrens, some noxious weeds, and we needed to convert that to a farm. So to do that, we thought, let's go big. Let's actually engage our community. Let's promote this as an event. We'll as a party. Let's bring in people. We'll say, let's do a build a farm in a day, 24 hours. We'll invite Costa. We'll get Costa along. We'll invite the community along. We'll say we're going to run workshops, no-dig garden workshops, where we can actually put in all these organic inputs, compost, manures, straw, seagrass, you name it, to actually build this, and we'll get people in who can pay for it and come along and help us do the work for us. We didn't know how this was going to go. So we organised food trucks, we organised bands to play through the 24 hours, we even organised celebrity chefs to actually cook at the event as well. And we had over 600 paid guests come along to volunteer their time to actually build this farm. In this 24-hour period, we built 2.2 linear kilometres of garden beds on this disused soccer pitch, which laid the foundation for our farm. Not only that, though, we engaged a really receptive audience to what we were doing. They were in for the journey, and they wanted to find out more. This picture behind me actually is from the morning, on the Sunday morning after a night of building, and it's a pretty majestic look with the sea mist sort of coming over our army of workers. Now, in the next 2 years, we basically transformed this site and continued to transform the school and the community. In Wayne's own words, he said this will change our community, and we think we've done that. We have launched our Veggie Box program, which we're delivering food directly to the community abroad, as well as the school community. We are engaging with the school canteen to serve healthy lunches for the students. Food tech are actually using the produce to go into the classes so they can learn about seasonal produce. We have started a farmer incubator program to basically train up future farmers, so through school-based trainees. We've also started a workshop program where we're running workshops outside of school hours using the school facilities to run cooking and gardening workshops. We have started our corporate programs for corporate groups to come in and actually engage with the farm to run sort of an alternative professional development. And the list goes on with the things we've achieved. So at the end of 2024, we were like, let's have a party. Let's have a celebration to actually celebrate all the things we've achieved in these short 2 years. We again got Costa back, we got politicians, we had families, we had friends, we had everyone come to this event. One lady in the room, though, I didn't recognise. I recognised a lot of people in this room. And this lady had a polar fleece jumper on, a high-vis polar fleece. She was filthy, and she stuck to the periphery. She wasn't really comfortable. She came over to me at the end of the night and said, "What have you done with my daughter?" And I paused, quite shocked. Turns out this was Sarah's mum. Now, I hadn't really had much to do with Sarah since. However, Sarah started as one of our Year 10 elective students studying Farm My School as an elective, an ag hort elective, to actually learn more about regenerative farming through our farm team. And she was actually engaging with the farm, learning from the farm. She was out there 2 double periods a week and doing hands-on learning. Not only that, she was actually a part of a Food and Mood, which is the Deakin University subsidiary, a study that we actually did with students from Bellarine Secondary College and also from Geelong High. The students from Bellarine Secondary College actually got to engage with the farm. They got to eat the produce from the farm, and they got to do cooking workshops with our team as well. Over the study period, we were looking at how the soil health impacts the nutrient density of the food, flows onto gut health, and then impacts the students' mental health and well-being. Within 2 weeks, the anecdotal evidence was profound, and the study is yet to be released, but the evidence is absolutely amazing. So Sarah was one of those students, and her mum was referring to how they were connecting, how they were actually getting on at home, how her Tourette's syndrome tics and outbursts had actually decreased in the few weeks she'd been a part of it. We're not just farming, we are changing lives, and we are impacting real communities in Australia. So I'm very excited to announce that we've actually just received funding for our second school. We'll be working with Colac Secondary School as our second project, where we're going to do the same thing over again. Colac is really exciting. There's a lot of, it's a great school. It's of 500 students, but it's a community where only 4.3% of youth, 4.3% are actually receiving their required vegetable intake, fruit and veggies in a day. 58% of the community is overweight. There is a lot of, even though it's a farming community, there's a lot of food insecurity, and that's actually commodity farming, where they're predominantly producing dairy. So this is a fantastic community for us to be doing what we do. Tonight, you can help us prove what's possible. With an investment in Farm My School, you will help demonstrate that schools can be more than classrooms. They can be catalysts for food security, for community health, for environmental stewardship, and together we can cultivate connection between students and soil, between learning and purpose, and between schools and sustainable future they deserve. This is system change in action, and this is how we grow our future.